All right, guys, I'm sick of it. I'm absolutely sick of the manipulations and the games that these hedge funds and institutions play. It's taking your money and my money, and all of the individual investors are losing while they win constantly. In this video, I am going to explain to you guys why it is not a selling opportunity right now, but in fact, it is a buying opportunity. Stick around. This one's going to be a barn burner. I'm going to expose the truth here and explain to you guys why this is happening and how we can use it as an upside potential for our portfolios. Hey guys, Corey here. Welcome to the channel. Thanks so much for being here. Be sure to subscribe, tap the bell, and give me a thumbs up as it greatly helps the channel grow. And of course, you don't want to miss any of this awesome content, right? Before I get started on my tirade on the manipulators in the market, I have a big announcement. This Sunday, July 21st, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern Time, my free webinar. Everybody is welcome. That's right, my free webinar. You guys don't want to miss this because I'm going to teach you technical analysis, fundamentals, financials, how to get into your favorite stock, and you're going to learn more than you ever thought possible. Be sure to sign up on my website. The link is in the information box below. Free webinar this Sunday. And for everyone who shows up to the webinar, I am going to announce something huge. You don't want to miss that. So be there this Sunday, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. noon Eastern Time. The market is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I made notes. I'm not even going to have to look at them. Look, one comment was made by the GOP about Taiwan and China and tariffs getting put on them. And we also know that there is tariff potential with the current administration, and it caused a massive sell-off. Not only did TSM report good current earnings, their forecasted earnings and guidance increased 10% year over year, and also explained that the demand for AI chips is going to continually increase at least until the year 2026. This is incredible news for the AI and the chip sector. Yet everything's sold off. And because of the tensions going on between Taiwan and China and the potential tariffs, everybody has been selling off on Nvidia, AMD, Microsoft, Meta, TSM, ASML, and all of these chip and semiconductor companies. I just want to let you guys know that I don't really believe in this bearish sentiment. The way of the future is tech and AI. So if any of these geopolitics take place between Taiwan and China, or the tariff situation, and it plays out like that, yes, it's not good. It's a bearish sentiment. However, hedge funds are taking advantage of this. Goldman Sachs put out in the news today that they were bearish on the chip sector. You have got to be out of your mind, okay? The chip sector is not going to tank and ultimately go bankrupt. I don't understand the sentiment of this. A statement is made. They see a lot of selling pressure. Of course, they're going to put out a statement that says it's bearish because they want you to sell, because they're buying at the bottom and selling at the top. They started selling off at the top. Do you think individual investors like us, even with my $1.5 million portfolio, do you think that if I was to sell that, it would tank AMD? Not a chance. AMD probably saw exponential amounts of sales over the last couple of days, far greater than any individual portfolio or a bunch of smaller portfolios combined. These hedge funds sold out and made bank. And now they want to tank the stock even more so that you guys are constantly buying on the high and selling on the low. It is absolutely despicable. Goldman Sachs news that they put out today that said that they are bearish on the chip sector is absolute BS. BS. It upsets me. It is absolute BS at its finest because they want the chip sector to tank more so they can buy in cheaper. But I really wouldn't worry about this because ultimately when there's fear in the market, it is time to be greedy. You want to be greedy when people are fearful. I scooped up 100 shares of AMD in my small account and 500 in my large account, and I did the same thing with Nvidia. Exact same thing. This is a good time to buy. Nvidia between 110 and 118 is a good buy. AMD between 150 and 155 is a good buy. And I'm going to show you guys on a chart, technical analysis, why it's a good buy and what I think is actually going to happen in the tech sector. It's not just affecting the tech, AI, and chip stocks. It's also affected other stocks like SoundHound, which has a support at $5.50, yet it's right below $5 now in sympathy due to AMD and Nvidia, more specifically Nvidia, because they invested in SoundHound. So I've had a lot of students in my Discord asking me, Corey, what am I supposed to do? What do you think I should be doing right now? Do I sell? Do I buy puts? It's really hard to give an exact answer. But the chip stocks and the AI sector isn't tanking long-term over this ridiculous statement from Goldman Sachs or this fear. The whole market's really down. Lyft is down, SoundHound, AMD, Meta, Netflix, Microsoft, Nvidia, they're all down. ASML, TSM, there's really not very many stocks that are up. In fact, the NASDAQ and the SPY both slid this week. Apple is down, Amazon is down. So this is not really just one or two stocks. There's a lot of fear in the market. If this geopolitical statement was made specifically specifically for the chip stocks, the rest of the market wouldn't be sliding too. This is just another one of those pullbacks, except this time it's not a 5% pullback, which happens 3-4 times a year. This is the big 10 to 15% pullback that I told you guys about in a previous video about a month ago. This is going to recover. It's going to take a week or two, maybe 3 weeks. Who knows? I think this coming week, a lot of it's going to recover because we're already consolidating on a floor and rejecting on Meta, AMD, specifically AMD and Nvidia, and same with SoundHound. SoFi is pretty high. Bank of America is doing well. This is just one of those times where we have a big pullback and it was triggered by a catalyst. I'm going to show you guys exactly why AMD and Nvidia are going to rebound this week and the week after and the week following that, and things are going to get better. But I want you guys to understand that AMD has earnings on July 30th, which is not this coming Tuesday, the following Tuesday. So I expect AMD to consolidate, make a little bit of a run this week, and it's going to increase in price and it's going to run the following week. And what does that mean? Nvidia is probably going to run. TSM's probably going to run. It is going to be an all-around sector movement because of the sympathy on AMD earnings. And I was explaining this to my students in my Discord, exactly just that. To hold, be patient, try not to sell covered calls right now, because if these stocks run, you're going to get capped off on the upside. So I've explained this in the Discord, and I've explained to my students the exact same thing I'm explaining to you guys. And if you guys are having trouble in the market, understanding trading, and you're looking to become more profitable and grow your financial freedom and wealth, and you're just looking to get better, or maybe you don't understand anything at all and you're just looking to learn, get better so you have the opportunity to invest and grow your wealth, I would love to help you grow the financial freedom you deserve. I offer one-on-one coaching, full training, and Discord. You guys can sign up at any time at investwithcorey.com, right there on the screen or in the information box below. I take a lot of pride and I'm driven every day so that I can help you guys achieve your financial freedom. This news I'm going to read verbatim, which is very important, says that turning to Wall Street community, 37 analysts gave AMD a buy and above, 9 analysts gave a hold for AMD. No one recommended selling or lower. So why is the price going down? Well, AMD also announced, however, they have a deal to acquire European AI company LabSilo AI in an all-cash transaction for $665 million to further compete with Nvidia in the AI space. This is huge for AMD. Not to mention TSM's earnings were up, guidance were up, everything, future projections, everything is up. So all the money, all the revenue, EPS, guidance, earnings, future projections, acquisitions, everything up, everything up. Even the analysts say it. Yet the stocks are down. And this Goldman Sachs analyst says he's bearish. This is a load of crap. AMD and Nvidia are both two of the biggest companies in the world, and they're extremely profitable, and they deal with TSM, who is also profitable and has raised their guidance as well as their year-over-year growth, and their expectations have went up, which is all great news, which means there is yet again manipulations in the market. Let's take a look at AMD. Look at all of the buying volume, and then we go to hedge funds. Look at all the selling. A lot of selling from hedge funds. Look at the selling from insiders. Not too bad on insiders, but hedge funds are a lot. We go over to Nvidia. Look at the hedge funds selling in Q1. Look at the insiders that are selling in June and July. Manipulations at its finest. Yeah, look at Robinhood. Individual investors like myself and you aren't really selling. We're mostly buying. So we sit here and look at the chart now, and we can see that we had a run here, dip here, consolidation there, and a big run, and then a complete sell-off. Well, when you zoom out on this chart, we can see something clearly. There's a big support around 140 to 150, which is where it's struggling at right now to break, which is good. It's a very good support. We've touched that support once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, and now the 7th time. And it looks very strong. Very strong. 7 touches, all rejections is a very strong support. It's also when AMD made the run up from $96 to where it is now. So I would think the absolute floor right now, absolute floor is 140 to 150. I think really 150 is the floor. I think we're going to reject somewhere between 149, 148, but it could go a little lower. But the fact that AMD has earnings next Tuesday, worst case scenario, it drops off Monday, little recovery, drops off a little more and consolidates like this. Earnings is likely to bring back a jump either way, back up to 165 or even 156 to get us back to where we are now. However, ultimately, I think it's a little bit more likely we reject a little bit Monday morning, come back down, something like this, maybe drop a little bit, but we kind of consolidate here and then have a run. And by the end of the week, I think we're going to be breaking 150. And then Monday and Tuesday, we're going to have a little bit of a run. So my target is between 155 and 165 going to the end of next week, beginning of the following week for earnings. Nvidia is going to follow suit. If we go over to Nvidia, look at all this consolidation. I even drew a wedge, and you can see with this wedge right here, we have a head and shoulders pattern going on. 1, 2, 2, and 3. So if I was to draw that right now, 1, 2, somewhere over here. But do you notice something? I know I do. Coincidentally, we draw a line in the downtrend and this line on the downtrend, and there's a wedge pattern forming here or here, right in line with the shoulders. The head and shoulders pattern, which also aligns with a date around July 26th to August 2nd, which is right around AMD earnings. I basically feel that NVIDIA is going to consolidate a bit, maybe reject, come down, come back up. There'll be some movement. And as we get closer to the end of the week, we're going to see something like this on Friday, peaking around 121, 124. And then the beginning of the next week, will be a little bit of a rejection, then a sympathy play with AMD. So my target for AMD is 155 to 165. For NVIDIA is 123 to 130, 123 to 125. So I feel like we're going to recover some this week due to the earnings, which means SoundHound is going to be the exact same. Now, this isn't a guarantee, but it's likely because head and shoulders pattern. We got bullish divergence and it tanked. Now we're approaching bearish divergence and RSI oversold, and we're rejecting this level. So just based off of everything I've shown you on technical analysis, the fact that everyone's profitable in the chip sector, and it's a growing, very ever-growing, evergreen, so to speak, sector in the market right now, at least until 2026 or beyond, it's likely with earnings and all of this combined that we're going to have a nice run on AMD and NVIDIA this following week, which lines up with the Goldman Sachs analysts to say be bearish. He wants you to sell all your shares here. They want you to sell right now, because then when the price goes up, you're going to be fearful and you're going to get in and buy here, sell here, buy here, sell here, when you should be buying right now and riding it up. That's exactly what you should be doing. And this is something I teach in my Discord. So if this is all Greek to you and you're having trouble understanding it, you want to grow your portfolio, grow your financial freedom, you don't know where to begin, or you're having trouble learning, whether you're a beginner or intermediate, I would love to help you have the financial freedom and growth that you deserve. You guys can sign up for my one-on-one coaching and Discord full training course at any time at investwithcorey.com, right there on the screen or in the information box below. And I look forward to helping you guys grow your portfolio. You guys can see the comments on the screen from my Discord members who have taken my one-on-one coaching as well and my full training course, and they're all making profits, and that I strive to help them every single day because I truly care about their success and yours. This is what I explain in my Discord and to my students all the time. This is the most critical piece of information right now, and that is the manipulation. Insiders will sell, hedge funds will sell, they'll continue to sell, continue to sell, continue to sell. Then when it starts to hit a resistance, oh, it's really bad, you should sell, it's not a good idea, get out, get out. And then people start selling it, they're buying it, they're buying it, they're buying it. Then it starts to come up a bit, earnings is good, so now we start to get in, now we all really start getting in. Then, as we're all getting in right here and here, they sell off again. So they're selling here, and they're buying here, yet we are selling here and buying here. You see the difference? They sell the top, they sell the top. They buy the bottom, they buy the bottom. We sell the bottom and buy the mid. So we're losing 30, 40%, making 10 or 20%, mostly losses, break evens, and they're just pure profits. Anytime stuff like this happens, it is fear, and you need to be greedy. Like Warren Buffett said, right now, anywhere between 147 and 155 is a buy. Start buying AMD, riding it, selling covered calls if you want, or waiting for earnings next week because the price is going to go up. Most likely, not for sure, but very likely. Based on technical analysis, that's what's going to happen. So, guys, I'm really tired of the manipulations in the market. Warren Buffett said it best when he said, when the market is greedy, you need to be fearful. And when the market is fearful, you need to be greedy. And that's a true story. It's very true, because if you think about it, the market was greedy last week and everybody was buying up NVIDIA. Had you sold, you would have made max profits and bought it all back at the bottom. But now that it's at the bottom, it's not time to sell. It's time to hold, buy, dollar cost average, and be greedy. We're not going to allow hedge funds and market manipulators to convince us to make the wrong decisions anymore. Thanks so much, guys, for being here. Really appreciate you. Be sure to subscribe and tap the bell if you guys enjoy the content. This way you don't miss epic videos just like this, and give me a thumbs up as it greatly helps the channel grow. Don't forget, free webinar this Sunday, July 21st, 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern time, absolutely free. For everyone who shows up, I have a huge announcement for my channel and my coaching. You guys don't want to miss that. I'll be doing a Q&A, and you guys will be able to ask me any questions, and I'll hang out with you guys and answer any questions you may have. You don't want to miss it. Technical analysis, fundamentals, financials, how to sell puts and get into your favorite stock. You guys are going to learn something. You're going to get to ask questions and meet me one-on-one. I hope to see you guys there. I know this video's over. Don't worry, guys. I got another video just for you, and you're going to love it. And that video is right here. Click that video, and I will see you over there. And remember, until the next video, let's grow our wealth together. Take care, guys. You're still here? Click the video. It's right here. It's like a perfect video to click. You guys are going to love it. I'm already over there. I'm in 2 places at once.